more on this, I'm joined by Dale Roberts, who is the host of the award-winning podcast Aussievision. He joins me now from Brisbane. A very good morning to you, Dale. Thank you.
Good morning. It's been a very early morning because I've been out watching all the events of last night.
Yeah, I bet. What do you make of the changes?
Look, I think the rule changes came in, and they came in because there's been a lot of feedback from broadcasters and from fans, and a lot of them are really good, particularly the jury's coming back for the semi-finals for Australia. We like to see that. That'll help us. But ultimately, it's not been enough for a lot of broadcasters, and they wanted to see more happen, and it's ultimately come down to their views on Israel competing, and we've seen a number of them pull out already.
So let's just talk about that. I mean, we read in that introduction there that Eurovision's not political, but this seems like, is this a political move?
I think Eurovision and politics go together, whether the organisers like that or not. It's just part of it. And therefore, what happens outside of Eurovision has an impact on the contest itself. We've seen it before with Ukraine and Russia. We've seen it with Azerbaijan and Armenia. And now we're seeing it play out. And the last couple of years have been quite controversial with Israel in there anyway, but it's come to a head now, and in a way that's never been done before at the contest. This is really quite historic and unprecedented to have such a coordinated boycott over a nation. Yeah,
so can you talk us through the nations, the countries that are boycotting and what their responses have been?
Yeah, so there's been a few who have been outspoken for a number of years on this, which has really been Spain, Slovenia and Ireland have been really the big head ones there to push it, as well as Netherlands pushing this as well. They've been speaking out about Israel competing because of the events in Gaza, but also because of what they've seen as some kind of manipulation or promotion from the Israeli government to kind of help the public vote, which almost saw Israel win. So those rule changes came into effect, but as I said, it's not been enough for those nations. Iceland is the fifth one who's kind of suggested they may pull out, but they haven't declared or shown their hand yet on that one. OK,
and was Australia involved in this vote overnight or in the leading months up to now, last night?
They weren't actually involved in the vote because Australia is not a full member of the European Broadcasting Union. We are an associate member, which means we rely on getting that special invitation we get every year despite not being part of Europe. So we didn't get to have a vote, and we really have to watch back from here and see what they decide, and then we make a decision if we want to go over and compete. And so far, SBS has been quite firm in saying that Australia will be competing in Eurovision next year, but we'll definitely have to wait and see if that eventuates, but it looks very, very likely.
What do you think all of this means for what we will see in the song context next year?
Oh, look, I think we're going to have a very divided contest, and it has been for some time, but we've really got a line in the sand now. We have nations and broadcasters who've sort of made that position. We have fans who feel very strongly one way or the other. We have artists who feel strongly one way or the other as well. So there's a lot of artists who won't go anywhere near competing in Eurovision now because it's just too messy and controversial. So I think we're going to see a bit of a difficult contest next year. We're going to see less countries, the least amount of countries in the modern era on the 70th anniversary of Eurovision. So it is quite a bit of an issue, but Eurovision seems to find a way just to keep going forward and forward. But we will have to wait and see what happens over this next 6 months with the final in May, and just where this contest is going and what the identity of it is now.
Well, that was going to be my last question. We're talking about the short term, we're talking about the competition for next year, but what about longer term? What do you think the future is for Eurovision?
As I said, Eurovision is going to continue on. I don't see any reason why it won't. It's been 70 years. There's been a lot of other controversial issues in the past. It finds a way forward, but will it look exactly the same? We'll have to see. Losing these countries are quite a big thing, like Ireland. They've won the contest the most amount of time. Spain has a huge audience. So I think we're going to see a different contest for the next few years, but ultimately it'll just keep going. All
right, Dale, thank you for that. And just a clarification there, SBS spokesperson has said the SBS coverage of Eurovision will continue in 2026. Thanks so much for your time.
No worries, thank you.
Dale Roberts there. Well, golf courses